Welcome! Yes, back to episode 18. Oh, like spoilers. We're just gonna fill it in. It doesn't really matter what we fill that in with. Anywho, spoilers! Today we're gonna be doing the thingamajiggy, which the thingamajiggy is a storage area with storage system. And it's been a long time coming. I kid you not, I've started yesterday's live stream, and then today, which as of right now of recording this, is 1:52 a.m. on the 10th of December. You guys do not know what I do in order to make this world look snazzy. But before I actually get to like me gathering all the resources and all that jazz, let's show you what it's actually gonna look like first. This is what it's gonna look like. What do you think, people? It looks pretty snazzy. Looks pretty snazzy. So some of the stuff is just for decoration, like that stuff and that stuff. And then like, you know, the curves and all that stuff. But you know, that's what decorations is for at the end of the day. But as far as it goes, this is where, well, this is what the building's gonna look like. And where it's gonna go, as far as I know, it's actually gonna go over here. Now this is on an old world, because I did this before I did the Dinosaurs stuff. And this is spoilers. What is this? I don't know. Figure it out later. So it's gonna go over here. Purely to the votes, because I did a poll on my YouTube, and it came down to 50-50, and I asked my father, and he told me to go over yonder, past yonder street. So we're doing it here. But first, let's show it off. This is it. This is the storage room. This is just all fancy flooring that I wanted to do. I regret this now because I had to get each its own resource. So that sucks. But hey, it looked good in the end. So this is storage room. Now you're probably wondering, where do you put the junk at? Bang, you put the junk in over here. We have chest over here. If we fly all the way over here, we have a chest right here. This wall is not there. It's, well, this is closed off, but you'll see in a second. Put things in there. Now, for instance, if I just grab this random assortment of stuff and throw it in here, a little funnel, which you can kind of see what it's doing right now, sends it off, and it sends it off to the things. Now this arm, once everything is actually filtered, as you can see here, everything is an original design other than the filters, but technically this is the only way you could do it. Technically it's not an original design, but everything else was made contraption wise. This probably didn't need to be this hard, but I did it anyway. And it is a weird way to have everything being sorted, because it just gets set off, hits a wall, and it lands on the thing. But it's a good way for it to loop back around and keep going. But it gets on this conveyor belt, and I'm pretty sure we just run a line with the conveyor belt. Goes all the way over here, gets sent up to this part. It gets sent over here to get sorted by these guys, which when they have their filter, they'll have their filter. Then gets it set up here. If they missed it by for whatever chance, it'll get picked up again. It'll just keep looping around, and eventually they'll keep picking it up. But this is the main area over yonder. You run through here. That's how that works. You put it in there, it gets set up through once it's all filtered out. Now, probably wondering, well, what about this system? It doesn't look the same. Well, we grab this, shove it in there. Oops, too fast. Ooh, I got a hiccup, so I apologize. We'll shove them in here. They get sent out in here through the funnel, get sent on here, and actually I could just do this. It gets sent up, and then it lands on the conveyor belt. So if I boink, and then lands, and then continues to go through the system. So I probably don't even need to do this either, because I'm pretty sure there's an easy way to do it. But respectfully, I didn't want to look up anything, and I wanted to do it on my own. And that's what we came up with. So I shall not cut through the montage, probably with Beethoven music in the background, of me getting all the resources. I kid you not, this took a while. So cute. Cut. I will say that I did get a scarab gem through my world eater that I built. So that's cool. But cut to the montage of me building with Beethoven music. I'm gonna try to do this video with just OBS recording. See how it goes. Shush, 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 big one. But as you can see here, the voting deemed it to be this side. So we're gonna do it on this side, which means that we closed off this side for no reason. But simultaneously, they're at the same angle. That's pretty funny. Clear this out. Just in case everyone's wondering, yes, I did spawn this in. The stupid wands were dumb. They have like a limit, and respectfully, we don't got time for that. And it doesn't even do like the full amount. It does 512. So, and it still uses the resources, I believe. Yeah. So, these nerds are grown up, which actually, I did make another book bag and just swapped everything over. So this is my normal stuff. These nerds are definitely growing. Still happy, still hungry, still eating. Their thing is like max full. So, but these guys are huge now. So, let's go over here. Let's get down this way. Everyone's been fed already. I'm gonna teleport. What? Enderman. Initially, the voting was like 80-20 for it being on this side. And now it's at 50-50. But like I said in the beginning, third unanimous decision, rightful, or the final decision, has it on the right side if you're looking this way, which actually would be north. So, I've just been collecting all the stuff. It's been over here. And now, for the moment of truth, all this, I believe, which actually we can check, is everything that is important. So, over here, pink. Look at that. Technically, you can snipe it from all the way over here, which I didn't know we could do that. Let's look at this. There's stuff that's missing, like flowers and coal ore and copper ore, and just some of this dusk brick. But to be honest, I'm probably just gonna fill that in later, because probably it's unnecessarily unneeded. The grass and the dirt blocks are simply just the fact that it filled in the bottom pieces. Is that not in here? Oh wait, I think it's in this one. Open that one up. Mechanical arms. Oh yes, we didn't make the other two. We'll do that in a second. And I think that's pretty much it. Mechanical arms, everything else is fine. Saw one oak slab. We can find out what that is later. Oh, we definitely need to make more glass. I believe we have stone fossils, but everything else is pretty much set to go. So before I do this, teleport back to the base, we need to go over here. I know I did all that walking for no reason. I could just teleport, but I'm not trying to do that all the time. You guys, grab you. We need medical arm, brass, doohickeys, and alloy, which I believe. So here, alloy, brass, doohickey, then make 2 more arms. So the arms are done. We can show the rest of this stuff in here. And I'll just get that over here. Now we need more glass. Actually, I might just leave glass. We don't need glass right now. I think that's it. Now I just need to go over here, which I did make a storage thing over here, and literally pick up everything. So, shall pick this up. It's over there. And it shall auto pick up everything. Look how much stuff this thing is taking. It's not actually, it is the full amount. So clear this out for no reason, but maybe we could do something there. I don't know. And maybe I could terraform it to make it look a little bit better. Teleport to the warehouse. Save us some time. Then we have to make this monstrosity of a launching chest thing, so it has all the stuff in it. And then we'll go into a time lapse on that. I know it's been heavily edited this video, and probably not even a good edits, but your boy can only do so much. So, and I kind of want to get this video out as soon as possible because once we get this done, I think actually this will be episode 18. Episode 19 will be its own thing. I made a list somewhere. Do I still have it on me? Let's see. Well, that's what we're doing right now. We can close that off. Blink. Oof, it aggravates me. No. Can we close this? There we go. So we got that one situated. We're probably going to do XP farm next episode. Or a zinc farm next episode. But actually, I think I want to do shops. So we might do the shops next episode. So we'll do... Actually, you know what? We won't get any promises. Whatever I feel like. So, that is to the to-do list. And Site B and Site C, that's spoilers. That I haven't actually planned yet, so we'll see that soon. But, I shall set up the chest thing. Which I guess you can see me do... Where is the doohickey patron? There it is. So, we place it right here. Schematic. Put this in here. It is ready. Now we put this on this side, this on this side. This on... Oh. This on top. And then this on the bottom. And it's all set. Now, we must put everything in the bins. Which... Can I... We'll just do it this way. Just start transferring everything over. But actually, I want to probably show this part. I'll just show this time-lapse part. So let's cut to that with some nice smoothing music. Alright. I have to do a voiceover because it turns out I wasn't recording the audio. And respectfully, I'm not going to go back and start recording things. So, as you can see, it is done. There's glaring issues. One, mainly just the fact that the create cannon, somatic cannon thingy-majiggy wasn't linking to the chest. So it'd be times where I'm literally putting items in the chest and it's like, you don't got them. But technically, that'd be me complaining about something that is a plus here. In reality, I could have made everything built by or brick by brick, and it wouldn't have taken a day. It would take a few days, but this thing happened in only one day. So there's that. But here we're gonna pretty much show that it actually does work, and I'll show off the building too. So let's get to that point. Actually, I decided that I will re-record it with the audio. But first, before we get to that part, I'm not gonna record this part. This is me showing you how to actually link the thing. So what you want to do is have the mechanical arm in your hand. You know, stand wherever you need to be in order to get, you know, everything brass connected. I'm just gonna keep rambling until I decide to do what needs to be done here. And what you want to do is, come on, get up me, is crouch. When you're crouched, you'll be able to right click, I believe right click. Yeah, right click on the brass. Now, if it doesn't work for you, like, well, you didn't see it earlier because I cut it out. But if it doesn't work, it's mainly just because of the brass. funnel, this thing you're looking at right here, you will just have to break it and put it down again, and it should fix the issue. And if it doesn't, I don't know what to tell you. It just is what it is. And then once you're done, stay crouched. Those are the deposit locations. These are the pickup locations. You then right-click the belt as well, which will highlight blue. And I'm only doing 3 here because I don't want to limit test anything. And then all you have to do is place it down. It will mention that you've connected to 20 as well as the output of 20 and input of 6, I believe. And then other than that, that's pretty much it. So I will actually just cut to me re-recording everything because I forgot to record my audio. So let's get to that point. Won't you look at that? I've came back and started recording things. So, let's fix this. I will show off the building. Because one, I also realized I didn't actually do the building. Hellos. And also I didn't record my audio, which is recording now. Make a noise. Okay, good. Everything's Gucci. This is the final build. It looks amazing. I did spend like I think half a day on creative, just going ham on it. There is stuff missing, but I'll do that off screen. It's literally just the walkways. The main walkway is there, and then a bunch of the ground areas missing, but that's just because I carved it all out. I also realized there's some random blocks missing too, so I'll go in and fix all that. But this is what the room will look like. This will mainly just be for, I mean, it's just a storage building. Depending on how much this gets full, I will do the blue vaults that come in with crate on either side, as well as there's room below us. Technically I could do a basement level, and all I would have to do is copy this and then bring it to the bottom. But then I would somehow have to link it up into this, which I feel like it won't be that hard. But that's the thing I would have to do when that time comes. So, as far as it goes, let's show the actually full side of the building in spectator mode. So, this is the front of the building, and mainly why I also like it being over here is one, look at that view. It looks amazing. Also, I popped off on this build. It looks absolutely amazing. And it's also next to the warehouse, which if we go down here, also I don't think I've ever mentioned this, other than me moving Billip over here. Hello Billip. He lives here alone. Decided to take the fence out, fix this all up, remove his little pen thing, and then since I moved the fence over here, I also wanted to make it easier because there's other stuff down here. So I decided to make a water elevator so you can fall down here. It still links up to everything, still the same. I did temporarily turn this off because respectfully, we're getting too much iron. And we only need a little bit. And then you walk down here and to this room. I think I've already shown in the time lapse, but just in case, which I did. I've just explained it on my voice. Auto crafter. Didn't think I needed this, and for some reason I thought it would auto do everything. Turns out it doesn't auto do everything. I still have to place everything in, which is probably a way for me to actually auto do that as well. But it turns out I built this for no reason. But then it turns out I actually built it for a genuine reason, because I need it to make grinders. So I think I made 2, and they're in a chest somewhere. They're in a chest somewhere. They're somewhere. The auto smelter for furnace, because I actually needed it for, well, 1, kelp, and 2, the brick, because you needed to make clay into brick, and then you needed to smelt that brick into worn out brick. So I simply I literally built this. This is like a vanilla build. Schematiced it, then did it over here, and then replaced it with blast furnace. So as far as it goes here, that's pretty much it. This is just like the workshop area. I might fancy this up because right now it seems kind of bland. Make it look more like, I guess, how this room looks. Probably not with the iron and all that stuff, but kind of like the scaffolding and all that stuff. I might do that later. But there's that. Also, that's being powered by the windmill as well. But that's the benefit of this being here, is that if I ever need any items, it's all right here. So, this is the inside. We've already seen what the inside looks like. This is the outside, front outside. This is what the left side looks like, which, once I actually patch everything up, it will have leaves. The back side looks like, which it's missing fossils. There's supposed to be fossil blocks in those missing pieces. Obviously grass and all that jazz. This side looks identical to the other side. And then this is the moment. Piece of resistance. This is what the roof looks like, which looks amazing. As you can see, I use layered blocks to, you know, have it a gradual curve up. And it's not really breaking the immersion. I think it looks pretty snazzy. As well as these beautiful archways. The goal here was to make this building not kind of similar to these buildings, because it still has identical colors. But as well as just at a little bit more different variety. And we already have a bunch of, I don't know, reddish colors. The brick looks kind of brown. So it sits on the brown side of things, which is kind of close to the... Basically, it's just a nice accent color. And, you know, this is already what we're building out of. Just adding the brick makes it blend in a little bit more. Then you go inside and it's just ass. So, but what everyone's probably been screaming and yelling at for, which probably not a lot of people watch this stuff, but, you know, I act like people do, is the doohickey machine. So, as you saw in the last thing, or the little recording bit beforehand, this goes on and continues all the way over here. And goes all the way over here and loops back around. 1 to link up with that chest, and 2 to link up with that chest. So if at any point I come in from whatever side, because eventually I will expand towards that direction. If I come in through this way, I can get through this door, and if I come through this way, I can get through that door. It allows me to come over here and just place items in there. Now, I don't have any... Actually, I do have andesite. So, in the recording that was cut, I showed that it actually does work. So these are all filtered for cobble. If we run all the way over here, these are filtered for andesite. Now, if I were to put the andesite over there, without these being filtered, it would just start shoving them into random ones, which is not the goal. And I will do that off screen to actually go through the filtering, which you might see in the next episode. But I swear we have we don't have any... Actually, I don't know what I'm talking about. Let me just grab it from here. So, if we actually just go over here and shove it right there, we can see it gets put on the conveyor belt and gets sent. The arm then picks it up, shoves it in the chest, and that is it. It's in the chest. And because it was filtered for the cobblestone, eventually once all these are filtered out, it will be, you know, skipped if it doesn't need to be cobblestone, and gets sent over here and sent wherever it needs to be. And just to show that this side works, we'll shove this in here. You'll hear it go clink, and then eventually one of these chests, this one right here, will have the andesite. So that's pretty much it. Now I will go and put it in the recording and see how much time we have. But I believe we're on the 30-minute mark, so this might even be it. Actually, you know what? I will confirm that this will actually be it, because we're in the 30-minute area. And I know my videos are usually an hour long, but respectfully, it is 6:38 a.m. I think I've been up for 12 hours in total, and I've literally been just doing this build, getting all the resources. So, actually, what we can do, since no one replied for names, which I'm not really that surprised, but you know, hey, you can throw it out there. Maybe one day someone will reply names, but I've already named the creatures, so technically it's already too late. I did do some upgrading. I just changed some stuff around. This is because we were running out of storage, but this also just looks better. Let's get, whoa, perfect, 3 name tags. So, I believe we have 2 females and 1 male. These are D dinosaur names. We don't have to do D dot. Actually, no. Oh, excuse me. Do we? No, we don't, because that's Steve and Stevie. So, let's do this real quick. I probably will. I'm probably gonna stay up to like 8 a.m. fix all this stuff. Waiting for the video record. So this actually will come out today. So 6:30 a.m. If anything, probably around like 11 a.m. So you're seeing this fresh off the press. Because I've been editing it in the background. Look at this. Wow. Look at all this hard work. Also, if you ever watch this and you're like, yo, why is he constantly keep playing the same music? It's because even though this is called, where is it at? It's called lo-fi and it's called non-copyright. At the very end of these songs, there's a copyrighted song. So we should band together and get that guy banned off YouTube. But let's focus on the real thing. Dilophosaurus. We already have David and let's do Denise. 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 I don't know how to spell Denise. We'll do Danny. Oh, Dab. Oh, God. Danny. Will be the girl, actually. So Danny. Danny will be the girl. Then we got... Oh my goodness. Daya? Daya. The random name I just made up. And then we have Dob. We'll do Dob. Or Dib. Yeah, you know what? Actually, no, we'll do Dob. Dob with 2 B's. Alright. Now, I don't know if you noticed it in the actual recording. Hey, nerds, get out the wall! But this is actually the dude. Which I can confirm that. If I... Well, look, they're eating out of it. I wish the Triceratops would do that. And Stevie and them. So you can tell it which one's a dude because he's got the brighter crest and it glows. It has a black outline. The females, as I predicted, do not. So you're Danya. Or Daya. Actually, you know what? Let me change her name. There you go. Daya. I was saying that wrong. We have Daya. And we have Dob. And then we have Danny. Alright. And it's perfect timing because they're going to sleep and so will I soon. So, I know this video was like weird and combined with a bunch of stuff and technically it's not really dinosaur related because it's in the world of the dinosaur world and it's not really building stuff because we're in the dinosaur world because it's not really that dinosaur related because it's crafting and crate related. But, I don't really mind. AKA, don't really care. And 2, this stuff was needed. You do not know how much stuff I've been sacrificing in order to do so. I had to make another book bag because it's just too much stuff. Look at all this andesite. You know what? To prove my point even further, which I really don't have to. Where is a lever? And where is... Where is this thing? I might have picked it up. It's probably in my backpack. It is. Actually, just to be safe. To the world eater. Well, it's all dark and spooky down there. That's a hallway, by the way. That's scary. Over here. Well, one, we can put these back on. So this is the world eater, as I've already explained. Look. This thing is literally like full of just stuff. Which, you'll be surprised. We actually go through this stuff on the daily. Especially with some of these enclosures and some of these builds. So, this will get sent through all the sorting stuff on its own time. Let's actually pick this up. Which also, if you didn't know, if you have this thing picked up and you press this, it's going to start mining. But you can just simply click it with the wrench. And it is now a minecart contraption. And it could just be a thing you save for later. So, with that being said, that's pretty much it for this video. Teleport back to the warehouse, which is right across from the storage. Whoa. I just realized that that's not the same thing. But, it's whatever. We'll just sit inside. Sit inside, crouch. Crouch right here. And then call it that. Thank you for watching this video. If you got to the end, you're a real one. I'm gonna do something I normally won't do. Actually, you know what? I'll start doing it for the rest of these videos. Type bean in the chat if you're a real one and if you've been to the end. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Next episode will be something. And if anything, I'll probably record it. I say later today because I'll be waking up at 5 p.m. I'll probably record it later today. That also might be another 30-minute video. I think I might start doing 30-minute videos instead of an hour. One, to allow spacing up things. Two, it makes it easier for me to not have to worry about making an hour-long video. Beforehand, I just recorded a video and then just sent it out. And now I'm trying to edit it as much as possible. Technically, this isn't anything crazy on the edit scale. I know I'm yapping like crazy, but it's my channel. At the end of the day, I just want this to be a pillar in the YouTube sphere of my stuff. And eventually it'll get to like, you know, Poet Pays levels where it's like episode 500. And it's like, dang, he was consistent. So, with that being all said, which I know I like combining words, you know what I'm saying? With that all being said of today's things, more words combined. Thank you for watching this video. Like and subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you in the future, and have a majestic day.